Teach Radio. Teach to Teach Radio. Education for all, for all, for all. Education for all, for all, for all.
This is Teach to Teach Radio. With me to do the discussion today on my immediate right,
Hassan Ramasu, a community volunteer teacher from the Primary School, Congo District.
Abdurrahman Isaka, a teacher in Sankpatia Primary School in the Central Gonja District of the Savannah region.
Mohamed Abdullah, a teacher from Camps Quality Basic Education Academy.
And Mohamed Sane Idrisu, a teacher from Sungdia Primary, Karaga District.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are most welcome.
Thank you.
I am your regular host, Alhaji Mohammed Al-Hassan Karim. Today, we're going to look at the importance or relevance of girl-child education. We'll look at the general population percentages in Ghana, 54 as against 46 for women and men respectively. How is it like in our classrooms?
Okay, I'm a teacher from Camps Quality Basic Education Academy, and I'm going to take Reg precisely. In my class, there are 25 students, and can you imagine? We have only 4 being female and 21 girls. This is so sad. I don't know.
That is serious, really.
I also have a similar situation. Looking at the percentage of girls that you just stated in Ghana here, in all schools, the ratio of boys to girls, if you look at it, is so sad. I am a teacher from Zuripiro Primary, and I teach in Basic 1. In my class, I have about 36 students, and I have only 12 of them being girls. So comparing to our population, you think that we really have a problem with girl-child education in Ghana here.
It's really discouraging.
You could see I was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, it's quite worrying.
Yeah.
Being a teacher, I've been to about 2-3 schools, and looking at comparing the ratio of boys to girls in our classrooms is quite appalling. Why do I say so? I teach at Sankpatia Primary School, Primary 6 to be precise. And if you come to my class, I have a pupils of 16. Only 16 in my class. And this number, you will think it will be made up of what? 8 boys, 8 girls. But I may say it's not so, because we have 12 boys as compared to what? Only 4 girls in my class. And this sometimes makes it very difficult when you come to assigning roles to girls. It could be that maybe I want to bring 4 boys, 4 girls. So this one makes it so difficult. And this ratio of boys to girls doesn't only end in the classroom. But if you go back, or if you go to our parliament house in Ghana here, you will see the number of girls and women we have in the parliament house. Only 13% out of the 275 parliamentarians that we have.
Yeah,
it's just a few.
On the in our
yes, but I'm telling you how it affects even up to the higher level.
I know, yeah.
Yes.
Teach to Teach Radio. Teach to Teach Radio. Education for all, for all, for all.
So, with these discouraging figures that you have given, so now as the classroom situation is concerned, looking at the ratio of girls as against boys, is it that our caregivers or parents believe that girls do not benefit education?
Well, Malaja, I think I would like to say something about this issue. Because looking at this problem, it has been in the system for decades now. And all these things dwells down to some of our cultural beliefs. Mm-hmm. Our parents and ourselves are made to believe are made to accept certain things through this cultural belief that education is not meant for girls, it is meant for boys. And we are also privileged to have 2 female teachers amongst us. I think, or let me just say, I believe some of them might have also passed through these similar situations, and maybe they would like to share a little bit of experience that they have.
Okay, thank you very much. Like Mr. Shani said, there are numerous cultural beliefs in that our parents have in mind. And one is, there is a belief that girls' place is in the kitchen. That's what most of our parents believe. Their work is what? Always be in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning, doing everything, but not going to school. That is what they believe. And that is one cultural belief.
And some of these domestic chores are most of the problems in our homes, which always prevents parents from sending us to schools. Like me, for instance, you wake up in the morning, you have to take care of the household chores, you have to fetch water, wash bowls. By the end of the day, you'll be so tired that you won't even have time to go to school. And sometimes our parents don't even see it as a problem. They see that you being in the house and helping them is their priority, because they believe girls' place are in the kitchen, and to also stay in the house to support their parents to work.
Well, Alaji, let me help her with something else. There is another cultural belief in our society.
Yeah.
Most of our parents believe that boys are the head and girls are the tail. They do believe that through education, some of these girls will be enlightened, and at the end of the day, it comes back to challenge the boys or the men in decision making. And in our communities, what they always say is, a woman is solely to follow decisions, but not to take part in making decisions. So once they are educated, they also comes back. Also, they get empowered and also want to at least.
So you mean our parents don't want the female children to get empowered one day?
Well,
I'm finding it very difficult to.
Yeah, what some parents do not do believe that after they are empowered, they use it. How do I
to challenge them?
Yeah.
In terms of decision taking.
Yes, as a misconception.
Yes, which is a misconception.
Most parents believe that spending money in girls' child education is useless to them, because at the end of the day, the girl gets married and then just move to the marital home to take care of the husband, family, and the children. They will not cater for this. They will not even think about the parents.
And most of them, they look at the negative aspects. They don't look at the positive one.
Okay.
We have role models in our communities who are female. We can look up to them. It's not always that you look at the negative parts. Oh, this girl has been in school very soon, and she has been dropped out. So if you get to school, it won't keep long. You come back home and be sitting down. They should look up to those who are on top. Example, like we have females role models. Example, we have Susanna Larson, who was the first minister in parliament in Africa. We also have Millicent Dankwa, who was the first pilot in Africa. And they are all Ghanaians. So sometimes they shouldn't just look up to the negative aspects, but the positives as well.
Yeah, I think what she's saying is right. And most of our parents always look at other girls who have been to school and they are not able to make it. These are some of the things they look at, and at the end of the day, they got discouraged and they don't send their.
And I have an experience with what the point you just raised. I was teaching at one village, and there was this girl in my class who was performing very well. She was good, so I keep on encouraging her to do well.
To be serious.
This one, it will even send her to where she didn't think she could even get to. So later she told me that all what she's doing, she know after junior high it's going to come to halt. So I tried to find out what the problem could be, and she said one of the elder sisters was in secondary school when she got herself impregnated, or someone impregnated her. She gave me 4 instances or 4 examples from the same family. So she said the parents have now lose trust in them. Because
they've lost trust.
Upon she being doing well in the class, she said after junior high she has nowhere to go, because already the parents have lost hope in them.
They have lost trust.
Yes. So, and I think it shouldn't have been so.
Yeah.
Teach to Teach Radio. Teach to Teach Radio. Education for art, for art, for art.
Now, considering all that you have said, and then with the examples that you have given from your own thinking, do you believe in what these parents say or practice? Is it real? Do you believe in it?
To me, I think all what they are thinking is it's just myths or misconceptions.
Okay.
And
Because
they don't know the importance of education.
Yes.
That is why.
Maybe ignorance.
Ignorance on the part of some.
I will encourage parents to rather concentrate on the success stories of others rather than concentrating on the failure stories of others.
Yes. If I may ask this question, how many fathers have time for their children? It's just 1% out of 100.
Okay.
I will just give 1 out of 100.
Let's look at the benefits of education to these girls children, so that our parents out there will be able to understand or know what are the importance or benefits that girls get in education. Let's start from Abida.
Thank you very much for the question. Before that, I'm going to give you a story about my closest friend back at GSS. We were very close, but it got to when we were in GSS 1, it got to a time that her parents told her that they are going to get her married. And they were not even getting her married to a very young guy or so. They married her to a man who was thrice her age. So she couldn't cope with that, and she ran to Accra for Kaya, to do Kaya, those kind of things. She couldn't protect herself and she got pregnant. After that, she came back home. She couldn't continue with her education. But right now, she has 3 children. And look at me, I'm still continuing with my education, and right now I'm a professional teacher, but I just completed my tertiary this year. So if she was also if she was still with us, but right now maybe she would have been a nurse or a doctor, or she has also completed school by now. So I'm encouraging parents to stop early marriage and send their boys or girl child to school. They should give them the opportunity to be educated. Everybody has the right to education.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. I would just like to touch a little bit on a classmate of mine when we were back at junior high school.
A lady.
Yeah, a girl. She was very good in class. From junior high school 1 to 3, none of the boys in the class could beat her in English language. And not only in English language, she was doing well in other subjects. But most of our parents think that only boys are smarter in class. And this is not true. That we have girls who are more smarter than some boys in the classrooms. And looking at this Monica situation, when we got to secondary school, she had to drop out. So when the teachers tried to find out the reason behind her dropout, she was pregnant. And they later found out that this girl was not well taken care of. The parents neglected her. She has to go through some dirty chores in order to come out with her upkeep months. And through these chores, she ended up, she couldn't continue.
That's fine. Yes, time is on our side. Just 30 seconds.
I will just say that some of the benefits of a girl's education is it strengthens the economy. If you compare graduates of senior high schools, compare them to those who leave schools early, you can see that they are making better earnings than those who leave schools early, which helps to strengthen the growth of our economy and also increase development.
Okay. Yes.
One thing I have, or one appeal I want to make to parents is, at least we shouldn't consider girl child education to be something bad. It really helps. Please, we are pleading with parents. Our mothers or the girls serve as good teachers to the children that they will have given birth to in the near future. So we should bear with a mind and then try as much as possible to educate them, send them to school. And the myth that all the things that they have at the back of their minds that girls are arrogant, girls are pompous and all this is, I don't think, with all due respect, I don't think it is true. So at least we are pleading with parents to try as much as possible to educate their girl child.
Good. Thank you very much. Listeners, our cherished listeners, you have been listening to our teachers who have actually explained the importance of girl child education to we as parents. We need to send our girl children to school. Just as what the boys can do in school, the girls can also do in a similar manner. You can never tell who will be the best or the president in future. We had a Nigerian president who was a female, right? If her parents did not send her to school, she wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to become a president. Because if you are not educated, you won't be given this kind of opportunity. So, all in all, I think the bottom line of it is that just as we are sending our boy children to school, so it is we should also send our girl children to school. Our panel members, we say thank you very much for coming, and we hope next time when we call you again, you will make time with us so that at least we'll be able to continue to educate our parents, other colleagues, and children as well to know the importance of education for them. Thank you very much.
Teach Radio. Teach Radio.
Hi, this is Wiyala. I support Teach to Teach because education changes lives, especially for girls. So let's take advantage of the positive impact education can have on our lives, our communities, and our people.
Teach Radio. Apagababo, adababo, mejan sigin suku. Education.